oil change on the 2018 Chevy Suburban. First, you want to pop the hood open. While she's doing that, we got the tools ready right here. The sockets, the rag, the wrench. I prefer the Fran filter just because of this little roughness that it has at the end, because you can twist it by hand. We got this filter wrench just in case. It fits it perfectly. The oil we use is Mobile 1 020. This one protects for 10,000 miles, but they also have the 20,000 mile one. Either way, the oil cap right here says 0W20 Dex OS, which is what we have here. 0W20 Dex OS. Okay, I do my synthetic oil changes every 6,000 miles, so the 10,000 mile one is pretty good. Alrighty, technician Yvonne right here is going to she's going to take off the oil cap, okay, because of the suction, and she's gonna pull out the oil dipstick just a tiny bit right there. That's fine. Now, since that is done, we can start. So in this scenario, we have this 2.5 ton jack right here, and where we want to put it is right here on the chassis. This is the hard metal part of the vehicle. So usually this car has it in a little bit further in, sometimes right here by the side, but you want to come out a little bit and put it like right here, right there, right there. As you can see, it's nice. Well, bring it down a little bit so we can scoot it in a little bit more. Yeah, let's bring it down a little bit more. Twist it. All right, that's perfect right there. Yeah. Yep. As you can see, guys, you want to grab the chassis
right in the center.
Right in the center. Because as you go up, it'll start sliding, and you don't want to be underneath the car. Yep. Keep going all the way up.
No, I can't because you hit
you want to lift. You want to jack up your vehicle as high enough for you to be able to fit underneath. Normally, for any GM vehicle, especially Chevys, you want to use a size 15 socket for the drain plug for the oil. Now let me show you. Underneath here, this right here is the drain plug. It's literally right next to the oil filter. Okay, so this will be the drain plug, this little screw right here. This is our 15 millimeter socket. It'll fit right in there, nice and snug. This is the filter. What you want to do is you want to drain this, loosen it up just a tiny bit. Now for other guys that never done this, if you see this pan towards the back right here, in this scenario they got it at a different color. If I was to go back a little bit more underneath the truck, this is for the transmission right here. You can tell it's for the transmission. This bad boy right here is the transmission. You see it? Okay. So this one you will have to literally, it doesn't have a drain plug. Some of the old school cars do have it. Do have the drain plug. That's the transmission back here. Yes, so you never want to drain the transmission one out. A lot of people confuse it, especially on the older vehicles, because they have, as you can tell, this engine one is black, and some of the older vehicles on the transmission, theirs is black as well.
Babe, there's red ants down here.
Yes, there is.
Get out. Ya te picaron.
Okay, so our technician Yvonne here is gonna get started on working on this oil change. She has the oil pan ready right there, and she's gonna loosen it up to the left.
So that way?
Okay. Just a tiny bit. Tends to be a little bit hard.
No puedo. Is it that way then?
Let me see.
Echarlo para allá? Yeah.
Let me see.
Or is it this way?
Just towards the right way. Hold on.
Lefty loosey. I was going lefty loosey. So up.
Left.
So it's down?
Yep.
No.
No, I think it's up.
I was doing it right because now it feels super tight. Yeah.
Alright guys, so the drill that we got is apparently not as strong as we thought it was going to be. It was at the highest speed, but we're gonna try it now with the extension and see how our technician Yvonne manages to pull it off. What you doing?
Hmm?
You already loosened it up?
Yeah, it's loosening it up.
It's loosened up. All right. So now what you guys want to do is just twist it a little tiny bit for the oil to be draining. Make sure that your oil pan is nice and ready underneath it.
¿Ya se lo quito todo? Right?
Despacito. Despacito means slowly. So we're gonna do this slowly till we see a little bit of oil. And the good thing is to always wear gloves, because you don't want all this grime or oil ended up underneath your nails, you know, especially when you gotta go eat or do something right afterwards. There it goes. Shows the drain plug. There it is. That's the drain plug. And look how nice and dirty that oil is after 6,000 miles. So
Now you just wait, let it drain all out.
we're just gonna wait and let it drain.
Why didn't you tell me to do it? I forgot to. I got it moved. Oh, it's spilling out. It's going too slowly though. Ya se está tirando más.
Isn't the drain plug from a drain plug?
So, todo. It clogged up.
It clogged up. I already
It's
took it
going
out.
in there, yeah. It's going.
Yeah.
I mean, it was going in there, it's just too slowly.
Yeah. Alright. Now what you can do is
Well, now we got an oil leak over here. Okay, we'll clean that later. Yeah.
yeah.
continue.
Draining the oil. What I'm
And
gonna do now, it's loosen up the oil filter, that orange bad boy right there. You always want to remember lefty loosey, righty tighty. So to loosen it up, it's gonna be to the left.
a little bit uncomfortable here with this one. I can't fit there.
All right, you saw how easy that was. She
It's
did it with her
uncomfortable
hand.
because of the way I am, but
You always want to have your drain, your drain pan ready, and you want to let it leak a little bit. You don't want to take off the whole oil filter off.
my what? ¿Ya lo quito todo?
Yeah, with the other hand. Still right there. Y lo quieres bajar así. So you want to bring it down just as you got it off. You want to bring it straight down because it's going to be filled up with oil on the inside. So you want to be careful to not get covered in oil. Alright guys, as you can see, still leaking a tiny bit of oil from right there. From the oil pump. Right there, you guys see it still draining out a tiny bit. What you want to do with your oil filter is put it upside down. That way it, you
I'm
know,
gonna go change my gloves because I need to take off my watch. I forgot about my watch completely.
alright. So this is where the air goes in from the bottom, and if you guys remember, the first step was to take off the oil cap and the dipstick out, so that way the air breathes out that way. Otherwise, it's gonna be nice and tight, and you're gonna have to use some pliers to loosen it up. And it's pretty hard because of suctioning, you know. So we'll come back. We're gonna let it drain a little bit more. All right, guys. So we're back. This is 10 minutes after we took off the oil filter. So as you can see right here where we took off the oil filter from, all right, it's not dripping no more. So what she's doing right now with the rag, she's just cleaning the excess of oil, and we're gonna get ready to put we can go ahead and put the oil filter back, the drain plug. It really doesn't matter which one you put in first, but one nice cool trick about this, show us the filter before you put it in. You see this little rubber right here around the oil filter. All the oil filters have it except the paper filters. So what you want to do with one of these is you want to grab a little bit of oil from the one that drained and just rub it around there. You want to rub around it, you know, and you want to make sure that in this bad boy right here you don't see another rubber. Or another simple way to look at it is that the filter you took off has the rubber on there. So if the rubber is still on the oil filter, old oil filter, then you're good to go to install the new one. So you just screw it in there, righty tighty. So she's twisting to the right, you know. All right, make it nice and tight with your hand. So I'm gonna give it a little tight right there, and all right, so it tightens up nice and tight. It feels really good. We didn't use no tools to tighten it up.
Same thing with the other one.
And right now she is installing the drain plug to the oil pan. All right, now we are going to use our wrench, and she's going to the right with it to tighten it. And it doesn't need to be super tight, just tighten enough with the hand. Now we are able to come out from underneath here. If you still got the rag, can you wipe this down? All right, awesome. Yep. We make sure that everything is nice and clean. So if there is an oil leak, we're able to tell. And I'm working my way out of here. All right, guys. So thank God we didn't have to use the filter wrench. The way you use this wrench right here is you put it on the wrench like if it was a socket, lefty loosey, righty tighty. That's how it works. And that's it. All right. So thank God we don't have to use those bad boys. Our drain plug, our oil pan is here. Now we can put the filter in there. Always have the rag handy to wipe all the oil. All right, guys, now we can actually let down the vehicle. You want to twist on these 2.5-ton jacks. You want to twist to the left on the stick till it drops, and you want to drop it down nice and slowly. And all right, afterwards you're done pulling it. You want to twist it all the way to the right, just so no air could get into the jack. All right, guys. So now we're gonna put the funnel inside the.
One spot.
Hold on. Let me see what that is.
No, it's nothing. It's like one raspadita.
Oh, it's just a little scratch. All right, so we're gonna put it
In the bowl?
in the hole where the oil cap goes, right there. So you want to have this
I know,
like
I
so.
was fixing it. Gosh.
All right, and now we're gonna. One of these bad boys is 5 liters in there, or 5 quarts. So this one is an 8-cylinder, so it'll take 8 quarts. So it's gonna be one of these and 3 of a nut, plus 3 more, and then we will have to check the oil level from there to see if it needs to be, if it needs more oil.
Bam, I got it.
You got it? You want to pour it down slowly so it doesn't overfill on the funnel. Just keep in mind you do got to put that whole jug in there.
Why don't you come behind me?
Just put it right here. Cars, you cannot let your ancestors guide you, like in the kitchen. You have to be precise, because if you put too much oil in a vehicle, you'll have a smoky muffler. And you will have to drain some of the oil out. And if it's too little, then you'll hear your engine. Alright, so we're pouring. We're not gonna put the whole quart. We're just gonna put half a quart. That should be about half a quart right there. And we're gonna set it down there. That looks pretty good. I think that's half a quart right there.
A little bit more,
All right, let's cover it back up. we'll just stick the disc stick in there, clean it off the first time. Alright, dip it again, and we're gonna go to good reading.
Oh, I need a spoon.
Alright guys, so as you can tell, the oil, we could hardly see it, but there. Alright, so it looks like it's right up a tiny bit above the line, which ain't that bad. After running it, it'll burn it out, so you don't want to have too much in there, but we're nice and safe right now. So this is how oil change is done, and as soon as she pushes that disc stick in there, we are done. And now for cleaning our hands, thanks to our technician Yvonne. Love you, baby. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave the messages below, and we'll get back to you as soon as we see them. Okay? Thank you for watching.